Let's bring in Horace Luke, founder and CEO of Gogoro, live out of Taipei. Horace, great to see you. Appreciate your time, and especially hope you're keeping safe where you are in Taipei. So congratulations on this deal in China. And talk to us and explain to us how, as part of your business model, this whole battery swapping infrastructure is, how different is it, or is it actually complementary to charging for your electric scooters?
Well, thanks, Martin, for having me on your show. Fundamentally, we look at electric mobility very different than everybody else. Gogoro is a technology company, but at the heart, it really is an energy refueling company. It's a chicken and egg question. We realize that across the major cities in Asia, especially, where thousands of people are living on top of each other, the traditional charging method just doesn't work. No matter how fast the charging infrastructure gets, it doesn't beat our 6-second swap and go. And for us, we have developed over the last several years in Taiwan, proving not only our technology model, but also our business model and our partnership model to be completely feasible. And that's one of the great things about our partnership announcement yesterday with the world's largest electric two-wheel maker, Yadi, and also China's largest ICE motorcycle maker, Dazhangjiang, and helping them transform their portfolio from a traditional vehicle to now a innovative swap and go vehicle.
So, Horace, let me ask you connect the dot questions here. This is about your e-scooters. So these are little two-wheeled things, right? Do you think this whole business model of battery swapping as opposed to charging can scale up, or should scale up, especially in a market like China, to four wheels for EVs?
Well, I think, across Taiwan, for example, over the last 5 years, before Gogoro actually shipped our first vehicle using the swap and go infrastructure, there wasn't really much adoption on electric vehicle. And since then, just last week, we hit 15% market share with our own vehicle, and with our partner together, close to 20% market share in a market that's very traditional, that still relies on gas vehicle. We see two-wheel as our focus. Our ability to make the most amount of impact, because the amount of resources and energy it takes to move two people on two-wheel is very different than moving people in a car. A car takes 20 times more energy to move around per kilometer. The reason why is because you have to move a sofa around, you have to move a air conditioning around, your stereo around, your windows around. Across cities in Asia where you can't find places to park, where energy is scarce, we think two-wheeler is definitely can make the most amount of impact.
Horace, do your customers have the same issues with range anxiety as the four-wheeler EV market, or is it a non-issue given the scooter is primarily aimed at a very short trip, urban kind of environment?
Well, Sri, this is a really great question. I think one of the biggest challenge with electric vehicle today in four-wheel is range anxiety. And part of that is because the lack of infrastructure. What we did and what Gogoro did in Taiwan, at least for the last several years, was place enough stations where they're only about 300 meters away from each other at a density about the same as maybe a 7-Eleven or a ATM, a cash machine, where customers can literally jump in, pop a battery that's depleted, and within 6 seconds, get a fully charged battery out, and off they go with 100 kilometers. It's not necessarily about the distance in which they travel, because some people do travel very far, but it's really about how convenient and how easy it is for them to replenish the energy within seconds. That's faster. A lot of times people say, this is only 4 times slower than gas going to a gas station, so it's a feasible solution. We don't believe in that. We believe we got to be 4 or 5 times faster than refueling in gas in order to actually convince our customer to go from a traditional gas vehicle to now a electric vehicle that uses our battery swapping infrastructure.
And Horace, just clarify for me, do you need incentives or credits to make this business model work and to be profitable on a sustainable basis? And just give us an idea of just how profitable you are and the pathway towards making that profitability sustainable.
Well, of course, working with these large vehicle makers, several weeks ago we announced with Hero Motorcorp, the world's largest gasoline two-wheel vehicle maker, with Dr. Minzhou, and now with China's largest electric vehicle maker, and also with China's largest gas maker. And trust me, they went through with a fine-tooth comb, looked through the business model. Our unit economics for every customer coming on board is positive. The infrastructure that we built is very unique in that everything is done just in time. The more vehicles go out there, the more batteries I deploy, and the density of those stations are kind of added just in time when the number of users on the road increases. So it's a very controllable, very easy way for us to scale, but also in a very rapid way across these big cities. These giants are putting their hard-earned money into this network, and this network is, with their partnership, is going to be definitely something to look at.
Got it. Horace, listen, I got an ESG question for you. Batteries, even the best of them, I mean, they've got a shelf life or a useful life, right? After that, you got to get rid of them. You got to dispose of them, recycle them. What sorts of plans do you have? I mean, how do you do it with your batteries in an environmentally positive manner?
Well, we believe sustainability is not really just about the use of energy or how you recycle, but how far you can extend the use of that resource. With Gogoro, because we manage our battery real time, all 800,000, almost 1 million batteries out in the Taiwan network today, all real time. We know exactly when, where, how fast, how much to charge these batteries based on how the network is behaving, that we can actually condition these batteries and extend the life far beyond what other vehicle makers are able to do today, because every battery is connected to our network. Now, through that, of course, we'll do mobility first, but we are also working on other projects that are going to further take the battery further out in time before we have to recycle. But the great thing is that our battery is a similar form factor, so it's very efficient to recycle as well.
And do come back to us and talk to us about those new projects in the future. We've got to leave it there, so thank you. Horace Luke there of Gogoro.